Well, good morning. So today we are in Nassau. We're supposed to be in Progresso. I'm sure I've mentioned that in previous videos, but Progresso is currently, as we speak, kind of in the eye of Hurricane Beryl, or at least in its sights. So we're pretty thankful they sent us here. The water is calm, the sun is out, and I think every cruise ship in the Caribbean may be here today. So we'll see. But at least we're not fighting hurricanes, right? I'll give you a little view. This is the most professional video we've ever made.
Trying to walk upstairs.
Trying to walk in unison. We're gonna get a little breakfast. We took a little bit of a late start this morning, and we'll get off. We're gonna go see if we can go to the Pirate Museum, and I don't know, see what else we can get into. So that's our plan. Here we are for breakfast. The omelet line looks good, so I think we'll start here.
Getting a made-to-order omelet is one of my favorite things about mornings on a cruise ship. And here's an artistic shot of my omelet. I did eat some fruit for breakfast, in case you're wondering. I just didn't get it on camera.
Alright, so we're off port in Nassau.
Nassau recently updated their port, and it is really nice.
The captain commented that they have 900 plus crew members, which put it almost at a 2 passenger to 1 crew member ratio, which is one of the best in the industry. So that's pretty cool.
Due to Hurricane Beryl, there were so many ships in port. Even with so many ships in port, this market area was not as crowded as I had anticipated. One of my favorite places to visit in port is the straw market, where the local vendors are. Nassau is unique because it has this amazing hair braiding pavilion. You know, I took advantage of it with this beautiful head of hair of mine. Once we stepped outside the gated port area, it definitely felt like we were in a different country.
Pretty wild. The black pearl.
This was our first time to Nassau, and it was fun walking around on our way to the Pirate Museum. Melissa and I decided to go to the Pirates of Nassau because we'd been watching a show about pirates, and, well, it sounded like fun. And for $14 a piece, it was cheap enough. you get a chance to kind of explore the inside of an old pirate ship and learn some stuff about pirates that maybe you didn't know. While we were there, we ran across a group of school children that were on a field trip, so perhaps this is more than just a simple tourist trap and has a little bit of actual history. The museum was air conditioned, and it was a fun way to spend an afternoon in what was once the pirate capital of the world. After the museum, we made our way back to the ship. As we did, we walked by Senor Frog's, which, as it turns out, is not far from the port. This screen is an ad for Atlantis, and it's super cool and so realistic in person. Walking back to the ship, we had a great view of Atlantis. We're actually thinking about visiting there next year when we go on our Carnival cruise. And speaking of Carnival, the Carnival Horizon left port just before us, and then we pushed off. If you're looking to book a cruise on Margaritaville at Sea or any other cruise line, give us a call. We have access to special rates and deals that you just can't get on your own, and we'd love to help you out with them. Not to mention, we have special perks too. There's nothing we love more than helping people plan cruises and vacations and make memories that'll last a lifetime. All right, so we had a good time in Nassau. Walked around a little bit and then actually spent a bunch of time just snoozing on our balcony in our room. It was very nice. And now we're headed to the lobby and to see what kind of shenanigans we get into tonight. After hanging out in the lobby for a little bit, we went off to dinner, and Melissa decided to take a picture of this handsome devil. Yeah, that's me. Here's a quick picture of tonight's dinner menu. So for an appetizer, Melissa had the Caribbean egg rolls, which she enjoyed, and I had the tortilla salad, which was very good. In fact, you can see someone stealing a tortilla. Then for dinner, Melissa had the huli huli chicken, and I had the Antigua shrimp, which I enjoyed very much because I don't usually get shrimp. And for dessert, Melissa and I both got the 48-hour B&B pudding. I assume that means bread and butter. It was just okay. I think we both had a bite of it, and then we took off. Speaking of the desserts, I think that's probably my biggest critique of the food on this ship, is that there really wasn't a dessert that stood out to us. So I guess if that's the knock on the food, that's not too bad. After dinner, we went back to the atrium and hung out. Just seemed like the atrium ended up being our favorite place on the ship. The music was always fun, there was always good people watching, and the bartenders there were fantastic. This is Kent. He was a fantastic bartender, made great drinks, and he made us laugh almost every time we were at the bar. And here's Joselito and Minnie. They did a fantastic job as well, and these three were the main bar staff at the Atrium Bar while we were on board. We headed back to our room, but we wanted to give you a ride on the glass elevator. They did a really neat thing here where they start with fish and kind of underwater, and then you work your way up to being sort of in the clouds. It's kind of fun. This guy was waiting on us when we got back to our room. We're not sure what he is, but he looked good with the sunglasses on. And finally, we finished out our evening on the balcony, and I tried to take some creative pictures of ships that we passed in the night. So that's it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll have another vlog coming next week. I think that's the last one on the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. So hit that subscribe button or hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.